WALL-E is one of the greatest films of all time and is commonly overlooked despite the serious issues it addresses. First off, the opening is perfect, giving a nice zoom into the ruins of human society, and the lone trash compactor robot left to clean things up. However, it becomes evident early on in the film that BNL/by and large is behind it, and destroyed the Earth for their own benefits to create an authoritarian society where the one corporation controls everything. It gets especially interesting with how realistic things are on the Starliner, peeking into what capitalism could turn into if left unchecked, and also shows that everyone has become obese, tying into this dystopian nightmare presented for WALL-E. Otto is a maniacal sentient robot which cares so much about maintaining control due to past orders from the first captain, that it has to be turned off to even make a return to Earth. It shows how BNL abused the system to force everyone under their control with no escape, and a false promise of such escape. It also deals with excellent themes of romance, power struggle, and every minute of the film is just great. The love between WALL-E and Eve is so perfectly developed throughout the film, and leaves very little plot holes in between for a cohesive narrative. I think there's so much to dig into in this film and its ideas philosophically, and is often overlooked beyond the surface level for simply being a film about not polluting the environment, despite underneath this basic structure there is much more revealed that an attentive viewer will notice and get more of a whole idea out of. It's quite possibly my favorite film of all time because of this, and I hope in the future critics and viewers rightfully give it the status as a classic that it deserves. I normally am very neutral towards Disney/Pixar ventures, so seeing something this fucking great from a children's film company is mind-boggling. Is this truly unpopular? That movie is amazing and everyone I know who has seen it, loved it. The movie is just awesome. I need to rewatch WALL-E. I feel like it's generally pretty highly regarded. If anything, this is a popular opinion. On the other hand, as a kid when I watched it, I thought it was incredibly boring and did not enjoy it that much. I feel like that's more of an unpopular opinion. Haven't rewatched it, so I don't know if I would have the same opinion if I were to see it again. Why is this on a subreddit called r/unpopular opinion? Agreed completely. Polluting the environment has never been just about polluting the environment. As a society we are so hyperfixated on individual change, which is important, of course, that we're blind to the reality of the situation. Big corporations are responsible for the vast majority of modern environmental issues. WALL-E does an incredible job at depicting the inextricably connected nature of environment, economy, and consumer. Unpopular opinion: I hate the movie. Your opinion isn't actually unpopular. My AP Bio teacher literally showed us WALL-E and the Lorax as part of our ecology unit. She said it was an entertaining way for us to understand the severity of our actions towards the environment. She was the best teacher ever. I love this movie. I've seen award-winning actors who can't pull off the "I love this" thing that I didn't know existed until this moment look that WALL-E gives Eva when he sees her. It's just as critically acclaimed as any other Pixar movie, so not exactly an unpopular opinion. We live in an society. Imagine how many WALL-E toys are in landfills right now. I hated it when I was a child, but I rewatched it at 18 and it made me cry. It was so amazing. First off, you posted this in the wrong sub. WALL-E is the Godam-Net crown jewel of Pixar. I will fight anyone that says it isn't. J/K, I'm a lover not a fighter. This is not an unpopular opinion. Time has WALL-E as film of the decade. https://entertainment. Time.com/2009/12/29/ The 10 best movies of the decade / How do I like this post another 100 fucking times because yes, it also show renewable energy built up on top of trash, meaning they tried but it was too late. That part is usually overlooked. I think it's neat. Just because you just found out about something doesn't mean it's been overlooked. I thought this was an unpopular opinion until I read the comments. WALL-E made over $500 million worldwide, was the 9th highest grossing film of 08, 5th highest opening weekend for a Pixar film, was praised by critics, has a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Ebert loved it. And I remember everyone talking it incessantly around that time. So, I can see how your opinion is unpopular insofar as it's not based in reality. This is literally a popular opinion. Why does it have so many upvotes? What were they eating? Never heard of WALL-E being overlooked. Couldn't agree more. This isn't unpopular, WALL-E is the bomb. This isn't an unpopular opinion though. Like, people love WALL-E and at worst call it overly preachy. When I was little I loved it because they don't talk and it was so easy to understand. It's really a great movie for anyone. I agree, but this isn't unpopular. Something you haven't thought of in a while doesn't mean unpopular. I thought everyone loved that movie. I mean, people certainly ignored the environmental message. The Simpsons movie had a similar message, that came out a year before WALL-E and people ignored it then too, albeit it was done somewhat more sardonically. This isn't unpopular, mods remove this post. This isn't an unpopular opinion. I don't remember anything from WALL-E other than Eva and that I boiled my eyes out. The movie was voted 29th in the list of 100 greatest films of the 21st century, it has a 95% rating on RT, and you think that it isn't recognized. It's okay. It isn't overlooked, mate. It's constantly praised. If you want to see what overlooked films are, go look at anime films or something. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin will one day build something like a Starliner. I like WALL-E, I love How to Train Your Dragon, half because it's an amazing movie and half because of the lessons it teaches. It's my favorite movie of all time and I agree 100%. Growing up I always thought that WALL-E wasn't real and that I dreamed it happening, definitely gotta watch it now though. Totally agree. I also think Big Hero 6 is way underrated and it also deals with different big things. This is it. When I was 9 I was obsessed with WALL-E. My bed at my grandma's house still has the WALL-E pillowcase. An incredible movie. I remember reading an article at the time it came out and the movie critic said it deserved Best Picture. I fudging love this movie. Yes, favorite Disney/Pixar movie. Icar, one of my top 5 fave movies of all time, smiley. Is it really overlooked? In Canada we watched this movie every year in elementary school. Not complaining, the movie high-key slaps. 1000% agree. I love WALL-E. Absolutely amazing film. Why is everyone suddenly talking about WALL-E now? WALL-E is not overlooked, at least I haven't seen so. WALL-E is my favorite movie to this day, from the day it came out. My only grip is how he survived in the end by swapping out his literal brain. That's some bullshit. I don't think a movie has ever made me cry more than WALL-E. I watched it for the first time last year actually, lol. Nice. Who doesn't like WALL-E? That's unpopular. WALL-E was my favorite movie as a kid. I love it so much. This is the movie that I'm most proud of Pixar making. It's been my favorite of theirs since I saw the opening scene in the theater. Its social commentary doesn't pull any punches. It really is one of the greatest movies of all time. Fine post, sir, fine post indeed. Out there. There's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. I know it's not on par with WALL-E, but does anyone feel the same way about the Lorax? I freaking love this movie and it displays a similar concept about what happens when one person, or company, does too well for itself and winds up owning everything, and everyone, plus the animation is beautifully done for a non-Pixar/non-DreamWorks film. It was on TV here a few nights ago and I happily watched it from start to finish even as a 31-year-old man with no kids.